Right, going to Nanny Jean's house today. A bit of a change of a vlog today. I thought why not? Plus she has a lovely garden, so stay tuned. Welcome. So this is Nana Jean's house, the family house. Been here since about, well, whole life. Since I was a kid. This is what house I grew up in. Lovely Wandsworth town. Yes, see the BD? One second, Cedar's got an idea. I've got to join in. Well, so what's the idea then, Cedar BD? 10 years later.
Someone's coming.
I think it's Uncle Jason.
Maybe he's not.
I know his footfall.
It's going up.
So yeah, back to filming. So yeah, look at this double dining room. Very fancy, very open, very quaint. South is that way. We'll get to the garden, save the best place for the last people. But check out my uncle's bike. It's a Bosch bike. It's like electric, but it looks like flipping Batman owned it. Very fancy. So yeah, so let's have a look around this guy on this side. There's more pictures up in this place that's been done up, but I ain't going to point out all the pictures. But this is my nan, you'll see her in a bit. My mother, auntie, cousin, uncle, her dad, Uncle Floyd, Uncle Jason, Uncle Floyd, Auntie Ma. Cedar Bean, Mama Boob. So we went upstairs quick. I've got little fairy lights here. It's like Christmas all the time here. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Oh, is it safe to come in? Uncle Jason sat in a bath. And this is Essie. Say hey. This is Essie's room, if she stays here. And this little room here, we call it a little special toilet, disabled toilet. There you go, look at that. Very dark and dingy. If you need to go, you gotta go. And you go up here. Hi. And this is Uncle Jason's room. The reason why it's dark, folks, is because it's hot here. How's the aircon?
I go for 110.
So that Nana Jean's room. Look at this bed. Look how high it is. It's like my hip. So you can just be like, what? Oh, she'll shout at me if I do this. But anyways, look. Nana Jean's room. It's nice and lit up. And more pictures. Cousin Ashley. Me. And we don't know Nat King Cole. And there's a young Essie there. Me. Essie. And that's my cousin's daughter. He's got 3 kids. Okay, little Isabella. So yeah, nice house. Really nice. There's a loft up there. The loft's going to be done up. But that's another story. Talk about that another day. And this is coming to my new house in Scotland. Because this was my granddad's cupboard and there's no space for it because they're doing the loft. They're going to have some stairs coming down here. So I'm going to keep it alive. So that's upstairs. It's like cribs, isn't it? You know when you walk upstairs in cribs. It's kind of crazy in here. So I'm just filming. So one way to make everyone quiet in the room. Talk to yourself. And of course, these cribs. You've got to see in someone's fridge. So let's have a look. Let's have a look in here. So what we got? Kind of healthy actually. I got one of these bottles. Uncle Jason gave me one of these anyway. What's this? Tonic water. I don't know what that is. Got eggs, noodles. These egg noodles. It's alright, isn't it? You gotta try some of that. Try some of that now. Wow. That is. Can't say the word because Mr. Man. But that's good. I'll be running up for hours now. I'll write down the list.
Where's Mummy? I thought you were doing your colouring in. Where's she? Yeah, it's on a big step up there.
So yep, here's the kitchen. And have a look. Jamaica. See all the places that we've been? I can't remember. Where were you born, Nana? St. Catherine's. Which one? I'm trying to find the flag. Oh, there. Okay, there you go. And you've seen this room already. This is what we call the den. This was like newly built when I was a kid. But hey, we say the best room to last. Let's have a look. It's the garden. So, we're in the alleyway of the garden. And this plant, I always forget the name of it. It should technically be indoors, but it's got like a nice little pink flower. Like, it almost looks like it should be a part of the bromeliad family. But I'll look it up if I can get the name of it before I put this up. I'll put it at the bottom of the screen as I usually do. But yes, I built this trellis. How old was I? I was 21 when I built this. That was that long ago. 21, I'm 34 now, do the math. But yeah, it's sturdy. If you want to buy trellis or build, you want to do trellis, build it yourself. Honestly, it will last a lot longer. I've got some in my mum's garden, which just lasts longer than this, but we'll talk about that another day. But yeah, and what we've got some honeysuckle. I gave a cutting to my nan. She loves these chimney pots. This has gone straight down to the ground, like through the concrete and everything. If you look down here, but yeah, got some honeysuckle. We've got, is that a campsis? Yeah, campsis. I'm not a fan of campsis because it never does what you want. It climbs up, and as soon as it gets to the top, it just kind of reaches up just like some zombie and goes crazy. But it's pretty. It comes in different flowers. What's it? Yellow and this colour. Oh yeah, I'll show you. So you see what I mean? So it just needs a lot of cutting back. But I like climbers that climb. I don't like plants that need trellis, but at the same time they can't climb for themselves. There's just a bit too much mothering. It's a bit like a rose, but the thing is they're worth it. That's why I like standard. Anyways, I'm blabbing. But let's just walk further down here. So here we have a wisteria. I bought this wisteria long ago, but you can see it's a bit dry, very dry. I might tell my nana for that. She needs to water this thing, but it's never flowered. And the trick is with wisteria is that it needs like full sun in the morning, but it's basically just a lot of sunlight on the bark for it to kind of think about flowering. And sometimes it can take up to 7 years for them to mature. So look, this one's got a bit of scale. I'll show you scale now. It's quite rank really. This is a kind of scale that kind of leaches out the goodness of the plant. There's some around here. Quite a lot of plants are susceptible to it, but this one's just blatantly obvious and just nasty. But yeah, it doesn't really do that much. So the plant's really happy. It won't really show any kind of weakness to scale. But yeah, this is the alley. I'm not going to talk about every plant, guys, because we'll be all bloody day. But yeah, just showing you some stuff off. We're showing some stuff off. I think that's an old agapanthus maybe. Now to the patio. And when I was a kid, this bit of the lawn used to have a nice path running out the middle. I'll see if I can find some pictures of it. And long story short, when I first started gardening, I told my nan that we could kind of tuck the garden up and kind of get my old boss in. And what we did, we dug loads of soil back, we moved the walls back. He built this brick wall here too and laid down this patio. So yeah, it's made it a lot better. And now it's just like kind of a nice, mature, filled, I don't know what else I'm trying to say, but it's a lovely place. Like I said, I'm not going to talk about everything, but I'm going to talk about a few things that I like. So this is a crocosmia. And behind me over there is crocosmia, normal, I forget the name, because I put it down, it's crocosmia something, but this is crocosmia Lucifer King. It can get really tall, it's a lot taller than ever, it gets twice as tall as the orange one. It's not as rampant, because the orange one will spread like crazy. Once you have one bit, you can have loads of it, guys. So it's a lovely plant, it brings in the bees, it's a lovely flower, brightens up a border, and yeah, it's a good one to have. It's a perennial, it's a bulb, so it's tough, it's hardy, it spreads, you can dig it up, divide it, spread it around all over the place. So again, it's a sun worshipper, and south is right behind me, so my nan gets all the sunlight. And here we have some buxus. Like my nan's kind of fought for how many years now, about 2 years, trying to get rid of that Asian box caterpillar. Yeah, it's a horrible caterpillar, man, it's annoying. Long story short, we've only got one species of buxus in this country, and the Asian box caterpillar has been out since 2007, somewhere quite early in the noughties. It's been around for a while, but it wasn't really it wasn't that big, and no one really cared about it. But now it's kind of just taken over the place, and it's all everywhere, and it's kind of decimating pretty much the whole of Europe, because we only have that one buxus, whereas in Asia, where it's from, I can't remember how many, but I put it down at the bottom of the screen, but there's a certain amount of buxus there, so it's not much of a problem because there's so many for them to choose from. So my nan's been spraying, she's been doing us. Like I said, I'm trying to be organic, but it's hard to kind of convince your whole family to be, but if you know what I mean. But yeah, she's been using kind of organic sprays and stuff and try and get rid of it. So I'd say she's free of it, but I can see some kind of a sign of them here. So it's one of those plants. I think I give up with buxes because of it, because I can't stand the caterpillar, because clients used to pay me like flipping hours on end just to sit down and pick them off, which is kind of, it's easy money, but I mean, I'd rather do something else. But anyways, that's the buxes. So we're at the crabapple tree. It's been pruned back a lot. It's got woolly aphid on there too. And with the woolly aphid, you get a lot of ladybirds. That ladybird pupa there. But yeah, this tree was planted when I was born. Been here for 34 years now. Done really well. Like, I've been cutting right back. It's gone crazy. Every year it's just laden with these apples, and these crab apples. Let me pull one off. I don't get covered in aphids though, look. Ugh. But these guys turn a lovely bright red, and the pigeons and all the other birds around here go crazy for them. So yeah, it's a lovely plant. Not nice to eat. I think most fruit and vegetables, well, most fruit I should say, most fruit with the animal name in front of it is not really edible for us. Like, I say that, it's not really nice, I should say, because you can eat it, but it's just, to me, it's not the best really. Like, who am I to say? Like, Susie's grandmother's given us crab apple jelly, and I find that a bit strange because I never thought you could do that. But anyways, let's move on now. Elderberries, everyone knows about elderberries. Like, I'm only talking about a couple of plants here, guys. But this is good for squash. But you make sure it's ripe, nice and purple, because if you eat them any other time, they're kind of poisonous to us. And I know a lot of people make the cordial out of the flowers, like my missus, but you can also make the cordial out of the berry. So I'm not going to risk it. I don't remember the colour. I think it's very dark. But again, I don't want it. What will one do if I get the runs? I'll wait. I also remember getting these chairs. You see these two chairs here? I remember picking these up from remember this house my nan's friend was moving, and I'd never seen snails in a house before until into this house. That's how I always remember it. But we got these chairs, and they've been here since I was about 13, 14. Yeah, good old sturdy chairs. Recommend old stuff. And the last plant here, this is called a Euryops. What's it called again? Euryops. I can't remember, but the hoverflies like it, as you can see. Nice little plant. It's a perennial. I couldn't tell you if it's part of the sunflower family, but it kind of looks like it. So, I mean, look at that. There's a little parrot, little wasp. No, they're wasps. They're not hoverflies. Check it out. Look, having a laugh. Such a beautiful flower this is. Such a beautiful flower. So, I thought I'd sit down and talk about this one. So, this behind me is a fuchsia. What's it called? A star? I can't remember. Star something. I'll write it down at the bottom of the screen. But again, it's one of those plants where you can appreciate it, because fuchsia's annoying because you have to look underneath it just to appreciate the flower. So it's kind of a nice spot. You sit here and the bees like it. Do you know what it is? See these? These are the seed pods here, and chickens go crazy for them. But what I'm going to do here, I'm going to take some seeds. Pardon me, sorry. I'm going to take some seeds with me today, because yeah, it's just one of those plants. Like, there's another. This is the stereotypical fuchsia you see here. You see this one? Again, I'm not sure remember the name. I'll write it down at the bottom of the screen. Oh, there's an ant on it. They like it too. But this is to me, this is the go-to. Look at that. The contrast of the white and then the pinky purple coming through. Lovely. And this here was an old wallflower. I think it was... Nana?
Hello?
What colour was this wallflower here?
Sorry?
What colour was this plant here, the flowers?
White.
White?
Yeah, white. Beautiful when it just...
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it alright if we take some of the seeds too? There you go. So yeah.
Name and memory. Yeah, I was going to say name and memory.
Yeah, the late great Luke, he's buried under here. You can see how the soil subsided. He was exposed before, but because obviously we're on the bank, he just kind of slopes down. Yeah, he was a great cat, man. Yeah, he was what, 19 when he passed away? Yeah, he lived a good life, but he ruled the roost around here. So here's my Nana and Uncle Jason here. You say Nana. When did you buy this house? 1965. So yes, it's been in the family since
That's 65. What time? 66.
66. So yeah, 1966. This house has been afloat for us. So yeah, keeping it real, keeping it fresh.